Hey, Genki Call here, and it is the week of October 18th, 2021. Time to go over the Soulforge, and of course, the big news is that this week only, for the first time ever, we have a mythic that was manually added to the Soulforge, and it is half price. The Arachnaean Weaver is one of the best mythics in the game, in my opinion. It's one of my personal favorites. I'll add a video at the end for you to click on, the mythic spotlight on Arachnaean Weaver, with teams showing you why I love this mythic so much. But what he does is web all enemies, deal true damage to the last two enemies, and if you wait till one of them's ready to die, explode 15 gems and get a bunch of mana for your team. Plus, currently the best summons in the game, the web spinner. 75% chance to summon a web spinner when you kill one of your enemies, and this thing will decimate the enemies as long as they're not immune to webbing. When you have a web spinner and you have it traded, second trait webs the enemy, and the third trait will make it do triple damage to webbed or poisoned enemies. So super good troop. Alright, Arachnaean Weaver, 2,000 diamonds, 10,000 souls, and 5 celestials. You're never going to get a deal like this again. The reason they did this is because of a little error when we were in Zul'Kari, and Arachnaean Weaver should have been available with event keys and wasn't for the first 5 days. And so this is how they are going to make up for it. If you spent a bunch of event keys trying to get Arachnaean Weaver and weren't able to because he was literally impossible to get, this is how they're making it up to you. So, if you don't have Arachnaean Weaver, I highly suggest getting him, because he is awesome. Alright, let's go over the legendaries that we've got in here. We have Kerberos, who deals damage to an enemy with a 40% chance to devour them. Seems like that 40% doesn't hit all that often, but I also haven't used Kerberos all that often either. So 50% chance to summon a warg, which is an okay troop. It is a necromancer, however, which is very nice. So extra 50% souls from the battle. This is a little misleading. It sounds like you're automatically going to get a 50% boost. It's not what it means. What it means is that you are able to get another 50% bonus souls. You have to earn them still. So, King Mchale, he is the legendary, well, they're all legendaries, but he's from Urskaya. He explodes a row, deals damage to all enemies, does more damage if he's enraged, and he gains enraged when matching brown gems. He's pretty good for events and for delving. Can be good for quick delves. Divinia is a fantastic troop. She is considered the best healer in the game, and she gets mana for your team, and she cleanses all allies. So if you have any negative stats effects at all on your team, she removes them all and gives them life. And she causes a random positive status effect on a random ally on 4+ gem matches. All good. She's a great troop. I really love her, and I don't think I use her enough because she really is an awesome troop. And then Holy Saint Astra, who is widely used with Tesla, because she's going to give all allies 32 life, 32 is my value. She's going to give life and armor to all allies. So, pardon, so sorry. Because Tesla's spell is boosted by all allies and enemies' armor, that makes Tesla hit much harder. Plus, she enchants all humans. Tesla is a human, so as is she. And all human allies start with 50% mana, so it's all good. Holy Saint Astra is a really great troop to use in certain situations. As far as would I craft any of these, or would I recommend crafting any of these legendaries? And the answer is, pretty much, I generally don't recommend crafting legendaries. Only certain situations, really, really useful troops. It depends on your play style, what you're looking for out of the game, and whether or not that's going to be worth 800 diamonds to you. They're so hard to get. I'm really chintzy with my diamonds. So sorry. So they're all pretty good. Between Divinia and Holy Saint Astra, I don't know which I would suggest, except that if you really want to complete your Tesla team, Holy Saint Astra would be the one to go for, although Divinia is amazing. Leoda's Tower is always here. Draakulis. Now, I just pulled this troop, and I just did a mythic spotlight on him. I did forget to show the second team in my video, but he can be, he's not considered to be a great troop. However, you put him in the right team and he will kick butt. I actually really like it. It's something different. He's not just removing their life, he's stealing it, so every bit of life that you steal is adding to yours. And when I put him on a team, he's stealing 50 life from all enemies, so one cast and he's plus 200 health. Just like that. Just, the traits are, excuse me. Sorry. The traits are, nothing. Nothing to write home about at all. I like him. I think he's fun. But we are going to Gulvania soon, and there is a chance that you could pull him with event keys. So keep that in mind. I personally would not recommend spending 4,000 diamonds on this troop unless you really are desperate to get the power level in Gulvania up. I can tell you that when I pulled Draakulis, yes, I know there's a new legendary. When I pulled Draakulis, my power level in Gulvania was stuck at 9, and now it's up to power level 15. It jumped just that much from pulling him, but again, you have to weigh your options. What's more important, getting your power level up or saving your diamonds for something you really, really want? So keep that in mind. Queen Aurora, I have her. I don't even remember pulling her. I've only used her a couple of times. I can't really give you any great information on her because I just haven't used her enough, but she does give all other allies barrier and life, and she'll create 10 gems of a chosen color. She's not giving herself a barrier or life, only the other allies. But she does have this rainbow link, which is very nice, and extra mana from every match you make gets an extra mana. So that is really nice. I do not know why I have a frog in my throat. I keep sorry. Always here, always here, always here. Flame of Anu. Flame of Anu. I have not yet found a team that I like with this troop. He does damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by burning and fairy fired allies. He does burn I'm sorry, I said allies, I meant enemies. He does burn and fairy fire a random enemy when you match 4+ gems, but the boost ratio, I mean, it's just, if he did damage like that to all enemies, I think he'd be a much better troop. But as is, he's kind of, in my opinion, a little meh. Nothing really outstanding here on this particular mythic. I could change my mind at some point, but at the moment, I think he's rather underwhelming. Huang Long, however, I actually really like this troop, and he is great in delves as well. He has 70% skull damage reduction. You stick him up at the front. He gives 3 magic to all dragon allies when matching 4+ gems, which is fantastic. You can have an all dragon team, and you're using it with like the Mace of Claws, which gives you lots of mana, creates lots of match 4s. Everything's going up every time. Put Venoxia on a team with him. Just consider that. Ooh. But he does damage to all enemies. Then after that, there are individual 50% chances to gain attack, gain an extra turn, and gain either barrier, enchanted, or blessed. So I really like him, and you know, of what we have here in the Soulforge for troops, I would say save your diamonds unless there's something that you really, really think looks awesome to you, in which case, go for it. I mean, they're your diamonds, you spend them the way you see fit. Now, I haven't looked at the weapons yet. Alright, always here, always here, always here. Ice Aegis, what does this do? Steal attack and armor from an enemy. If the enemy is a boss, freeze all enemies and barrier all allies. Now, the bosses, in case you're wondering, those would be Doom troops. Those would be let me go over here. Sorry. Zul'Goth, Hatir Ascendant, and Scroll Reborn, and Leonis Tower, I believe, as well. No, not Leonis Tower. If it has a red border, if it's in the dungeon and it has a red border, those are all bosses, and that would apply. So I like the thought of stealing the attack and the armor. I think that could be very, very useful in certain situations. However, look at my diamonds. I might, well, no, I'll be able to craft a mythic next week if there's one that I really want. So I'm saving my diamonds unless I see something I just have to have. And like I said, I haven't finished going through this yet, but this is not worth 300 diamonds to me at the moment. The Doomed Hammer, one of the doomed weapons. Dooms are always 900 diamonds, except in a situation which I'll explain in a moment. This one does heavy splash damage to an enemy, and stuns all blue enemies, and cleanses all blue allies. Now that sounds okay. I mean, it's nothing outstanding. It could be great in Guild Wars. It's a pass for me, however. 900 diamonds, not worth it to me. Personally, I recommend saving your diamonds for the doomed weapons that create doom skulls. Those are, to me, the most powerful ones you can get, and the forge scrolls to upgrade these things are really hard to get. I've been playing since June of last year, and this is the first blue Tower of Doom that I've seen in all of that time. It's October a year later, over a year later, and this is the first one I've seen. They're so rare. Save your forge scrolls for something that you really want to use. Now, the exception I was talking about is the Doomed Wand. Oh, and it's only 800 diamonds. How interesting. However, if you really want this weapon, get it in the Tower of Doom event. It's going on right now, and you can get it with your gems. I'll show you in a moment, because you know how I love visuals. But it creates 4 green gems, plus, per tempering level. The tempering is upgrading it with your forge scrolls. Give armor to all blue allies if the enemy has a doom. Eliminate all armor from a random enemy. Again, I want to upgrade my doomed blade, which is my doomed weapon that's blue that creates doom skulls. So there's no point in me getting this right now, except I'm going to be buying the scrolls for the event. The sigils for the event anyway. So I'm going to get this with my gems. You can get this with your gems, so don't waste the 800 diamonds. If you're going to play the event, the Tower of Doom event, get it that way. Don't waste your diamonds. Alright, let's go back up here. The Doomed Hammer, no, we just did that one. The Axe of the Storm, 75 gems. That means it's one of those ones that I don't like. Remove all blue gems. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. If the enemies from Stormheim, deal double damage. If you need a weapon, if you're caught on a weapon to get your power level up in Stormheim, 75 diamonds is a great price for that. Otherwise, I would say pass on it personally. Shattered Blade, Broken Guard, I think that's it. Shattered Blade is always in here, as is the rest of this. So I guess that is it. Let's go into the Tower of Doom real quickly, and I will show you what I meant by this weapon being in here in the shop, you have to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers to get the doomed weapon. That's really not bad, especially since you get forge scrolls along with it. I'll be probably buying quite a few of these just so I can upgrade my doomed blade. But anyway, that is the end of this Soulforge video. Next up, Tower of Doom. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!